Quick update on this murder to hire charge involving Sweetie Pie's Tim Norman. He will not be facing the death penalty in the murder for hire case. Federal prosecutors said that they will not seek the death penalty against Tim Norman for the 26 killing of his nephew Andre Montgomery. Norman and alleged co-conspirator Terica Ellis have been charged with murder for hire in their alleged role in the scheme that led to Andre Montgomery's shooting death near a park in St. Louis, Missouri. A death penalty review process is still pending for another alleged co-conspirator, 29-year-old Travell Anthony Hill, who is also charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire in this case. So once again, Tim Norman, they have taken the death penalty off the table. However, for the co-conspirator showing in this picture here, Travell Hill, they're still reviewing the death penalty for him. And all of them are still, they have not been released yet. Even though Tim Norman requested to be released, it was denied. So Tim Norman, he just caught a break in the murder case involving his nephew. The death penalty again has been taken off the table. There are several theories floating around regarding why Norman would want his nephew dead. One which involves Montgomery naming Norman as the suspect in Miss Robbie's home burglary. Another theory involves Tim Norman being jealous of Andre Montgomery's close relationship with Miss Robbie, his grandmother. If found guilty, Norman faces a minimum sentence of life without parole. Officials in Washington, D.C. also were reviewing whether or not Norman's case would include the death penalty. If the officials in D.C. made a ruling that the death penalty would apply, this decision would have been something that was never a decision that was basically not made before. The feds say Tim Norman will not face the death penalty in connection with his nephew murder. As I just said, Norman entered a not guilty plea in his case. He also requested an early release to his mother, Miss Robbie's home, where his legal team insisted that he be on his best behavior under home supervision until his trial began. Prosecutors in the case do not believe that Norman should be given the release. They believe that due to violent nature of his crime, as well as Tim Norman's lengthy criminal history, which includes a 10-year, he did a 10-year bid, I guess was what it's called. He was in prison for 10 years, basically, that he should remain behind bars. A judge agreed and denied his release. So that is the latest update on this conspiracy to hire for murder case. The death penalty is off the table for Tim Norman, but if he is convicted, he will spend life in prison without parole. However, the death penalty is not off the table yet. They're still reviewing it for his co-conspirator Travell Hill. Travell Hill is 29-year-old man, and he is the fourth person charged with the murder of Andre Montgomery. This is Miss Cruiser. Please like, share, and subscribe.